Yes, sir.
Now, please come in.
Good morning, sir.
प्लीज बी सीटेड. आप अंग्रेजी में इंटरव्यू देंगे, हिंदी में देंगे आप?
Sir, in English.
In English, right. Mr. Sangwan, please introduce yourself.
My name is Vikash Sangwan. I am from Sudarpura, Jhunjhunu district of Rajasthan. I passed my graduation from Rustomjee Institute of Technology in Tekanpur, Madhya Pradesh. My hobbies are watching movies, running and doing exercises.
Are you working somewhere at this point in time?
No, sir.
You're only applying for the various examinations.
Right, sir.
And this is also the 8th attempt at the CAPF examination.
Right, sir.
Have you been called for the interview earlier?
No, sir. This is my first time.
So this is the first interview. Now tell me one thing, why were you not able to qualify, in the earlier attempts?
Sir, there were two main reasons.
Some introspection, yes.
Yes. First of all, this was my fault, which I analyzed in my whole journey, that I was not able to pinpoint what was the demand of UPSC asking the questions. So that was the main reason which I did not analyze the previous year questions, so that I could not qualify the cutoff. The second main reason was the consistency, which I did not follow in my previous attempt. That was hampered during this.
Are you applying for any other examination apart from the civil service examination and the combined defense service examination and obviously CAPF examination? Nothing else? Sir?
Nothing else, sir.
And then tell me another reason as to why you did not take up any employment after having graduated in mechanical engineering from Rustomjee Institute.
Yes, sir. Sir, no doubt I can do it. I also got a chance from a private institution to do job, but I did not apply because the main motto of mine was to join CAPF as an assistant commandant. But on the other hand, my uncle is doing farming, so I do help them in farming as well.
Oh, very nice. So uncle does farming and you also help him out. What sort of help do you render to your uncle?
During harvesting season, I help them in cutting the crops, and as well as during irrigations, I help them.
What is the problem with Indian agriculture?
So if we analyze the problem, there can be multiple ways. For example, it can be from as we say that in agriculture there is issues of technology, first of all, which we are not getting the required productivity of the agriculture. And the second issue which we are facing, that is the water scarcities, which recently we have seen, like in my state, there is a biggest issue is water scarcity, which the productivity of the crops is not as much as the demanding of others. The third issue, sir, which we are facing is the adequate resources from which we can enhance our productivity of crops. So these are the main issues. Like sir, for example, sir, tractors and other machines. Recently, our farmers have low and marginal land, so they cannot acquire the highest machineries. Though these are the main issues which
But can't they hire the machinery?
Higher, but the cost increases and the productivity is already low, and they acquire the very limited. After selling their crops, they acquire very limited.
What do you have to say about the seeds and the fertilizers? Any comment on that?
Yes, sir. Sir, as you know, the seed and fertilizers also increases the cost of the productions. But to my mind, as I have done from the last 4 to 5 years, I have connected with agriculture. We do generally the organic farming, practice organic farming. The cow dungs we generally use in agriculture.
Now tell me one thing, like you are a mechanical engineer and you also had a project report on catalytic converters. What are catalytic converters?
So catalytic converter is a device which reduces emission from the vehicles. It includes 3 components, that is hydrocarbon, NOx, and carbon monoxide into the simple compound. For example, hydrocarbon into H2O, water, and NOx into NO2, and carbon monoxide into CO2. So
now one last question. If there's a lot of pollution coming from internal combustion engine, do you think that electrical vehicles is the demand of the day? And if it is the demand of the day, the response is muted. It's not an overall response that everybody wants to get converted into what you call electrical vehicle, you know. So what are the reasons for that? What is the reason for muted demand for electrical vehicles?
Yes,
in the Indian context, and then we can relate to the world context also. But let's hear about India.
Definitely, sir. Electric vehicles are demand of our future, no doubt. But as per recent trends, we have seen that the most of the vehicles which generally uses in our day-to-day life is two-wheelers. Most of the 70% of vehicles are two-wheelers. So to shift from the IC engine to electric vehicle suddenly it is not possible. On the other hand, if we say that electric vehicle they require huge charging stations, as well as the initial cost is very high, so our main populations are investing in these vehicles are prime reason that why they are not switching to IC engine to electric vehicles.
Any other reason?
Any other reasons are, sir, the issues which recently we have seen in electric vehicles, like bustings of vehicles and the changing of battery from time to time. For example, in 1 year the whole battery we have to change, so this increases the cost of vehicles. On the other hand, there is in electric vehicles the demand from electricity we consume from the non-fossil fuels. So from the renewable source of energy, if it comes, then definitely we can move. But right now the country is moving toward this, but suddenly from changing from IC to EV is right now, that is not as much possible that we are thinking.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Vikas. You pronounce your name as Vikash or Vikas?
Sir, Vikash.
Vikash. So what is the meaning of Vikash?
Sir, Vikash meaning is expansion, light and development.
Are these two different words? Vikas and Vikash are two different words, the same words?
Sir, it is the same word, but in Hindi we generally written the shay in three types. The dandi wala shay, that is use V shay, that is denoted to H. Vikash.
Is it? So when we say Sita, is it Shita or what is it?
Sir, it is a noun. I think my grandmother, the name given to me, the Vikash. So in Hindi when we written the Vikash, that the third shay is.
No, that's okay.
Yes, sir.
My point is that when we say Sitafal, will we say Shitafal or Sitafal?
Sitafal.
Sitafal. So when we say Vikas, it is Vikash or Vikas?
Sir, Vikash.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. What's your daily routine on a working day?
So my daily routine is when I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, early morning, then I do running. This is my daily routine, sir.
Okay.
Then
How many kilometers do you run?
On an average, sir, 6 to 7 kilometers a daily run.
Okay. Right. So you've been taking part in marathon.
Yes, sir.
42 kilometers.
Yes.
So that's a very good thing. And your father is in BSF.
Sir.
So you are an outdoor man and you like outdoor life. Then I think you could have preferred BSF, following your father's footsteps and also with your aptitude of outdoor life.
Yes, sir.
What was the consideration that you applied for CISF as a first choice? With all the background that I've given you. Yeah.
Yes. For CISF, which I prefer as my first choice, there were two main reasons. First, it's a new and emerging force, which my background is also technical. So I love the technology which the CISF, the new technology emerging day by day and new challenges emerges in CISF. The first thing. The second is public interaction. I love very much because I am the person who interacted with public to day-to-day basis. So there were two main reasons which I choose CISF as the first reason. But if I got a chance in BSF, definitely I will join BSF and serve the nations.
Did your father ever tell you to join BSF or?
My father, of course, my father in serving BSF, but he did not force me to join BSF. Sir.
Hey, forcing is a different thing. Did he even talk of it that why don't you consider BSF?
No, sir. They have given because we have given 5 preferences, so I just put BSF.
So was it in consultation with your father or you did it on your own?
No, sir. Whenever I discuss, actually I was living with my father from the last 10 to 12 years because in my graduation and my diploma, I got opportunity to live with my father. So the discipline, the way how BSF is working, I got learned from BSF. So there was no any force from my father or any suggestion that why should I join BSF or any other things.
Okay. So CISF is deployed for protection and security of several installations. How many installations are these, including
there are
private
several
sectors?
installations. First, that is space sector and public sector unit. Another. Third, sir, recently the parliament security is given to CISF. Another, the installation that is metro and airport securities. Other sectors are public, important public, private institution also. For example, in other oil ports or port securities are also provided by CISF. So these are the main.
It is also deployed for some mines, etc., protection of
Yes,
mine.
sir. Yes, sir. Coal and mines also provided by the.
So, which is the most difficult of all the deployments, risk-wise? I'm saying.
Sir, as an armed forces, because this is armed forces, so as a person we cannot classify the one thing as difficult or other thing is easy, because
Comparatively, it's a relative thing.
to my mind, sir, if I got to chance to work in any other field, I will give my.
No, no. My question is, within the CISF, there will be certain difficult postings, certain relatively easier postings, with risk as the nodal point. With that regard, tell me which are the difficult and the softer ones.
Sir, if we take a risk assessment, then definitely the coal and mine sector are very risky areas, because
Easy,
risky areas.
risky, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, would you ever opt for these?
Yes, sir.
Would you like to volunteer for any of these areas?
Sorry, sir, I did not.
Would you like to volunteer for any of these postings?
Yes, sir. Definitely, I will go and I will volunteer the opportunities, because the background which I gained my father, and he have trained me to live in different circumstances. So definitely, if I got chance, I will go as an assistant commander.
Like in the armed forces also, in the defense forces also, if somebody opts for Siachen, is given Siachen. Okay? Okay, coming to the next one. Who is the DG of CISF, and when was it raised, and how many personnel are there approximately recruited in it, and what is the percentage of women?
The actual percentage which, sorry sir, I am not remembering how much percentage. I have read it, but right now I am not able to recall. But the recent DG of CISF is Srimati Meena Singh ji IPS. And your third question, that how many personals and women participants. So that is in highest among the other forces, but the actual percentage which I am not right now, I am not recalling.
Highest is how much?
Highest means below 30%, as in calculated guess, but right now I am not accurately.
Okay.
What other percentage?
Maldives
Maldives.
was in news. It's again in news. So what is the issue with Maldives, and what is happening today?
Sir, Maldives is our prime neighbor and very important for our strategic point of view. The main issues were created during there was a misconception that our tourism sector will be taken, the Maldives tourism sector will be taken care by India's, and there is a misconception. The social media campaign was started when our Honorable Prime Minister visited the Lakshadweep island. So this was the issue created in the Maldives. But the right now issue is that the Maldives are a good partner of India, and he says that our tourism sector will be definitely, he urges the Indians that you should come to Maldives and participate in tourism.
Is there any alienation in our relationship with Maldives?
The recent allegations.
Is there any alienation of India with Maldives?
Sorry, sir, I'm not.
As compared to the previous time, is the relationship good or worse or better?
So it is a changing situation, we can say.
What is presently as compared to 2023 and beyond that?
Sir, if compared to the previous situation, then definitely it has changed. And
For good or worse?
Sir, as a national security, we cannot categorize as a good or bad. It is changing situation from time to time, but our diplomats handle it very well. So on the
Okay, fine. You are a leader of a group delegated from your school or the college to do some tree plantation at some place X. So when you reach over there, they're not ready with it. And your team has gone there to carry out tree plantation. Right? What will you do?
First of all, I will convince them that tree is very necessary for our planet.
No, they are understanding that it is okay to carry out tree plantation, but they are not ready.
Sir, can you more explain in which term they are not ready, sir?
There are no implements, tools to dig, and all that.
Okay, so definitely we will arrange them and urge the local people that this is very important for our whole nation as well as the world, because they are the lungs of our
So
world.
will you not come back? They are not ready, so let me go back.
No, definitely not, sir.
Why should you be wasting your time? You've been given a specific task of tree plantation. So if it is not ready, they are not interested, come back.
Definitely, sir. In defense, we have seen that there is a task. If there is a task given, then this is our responsibility to do it anyway. If order is given to us, and we have to implement in anyhow. So this is our prime responsibility, that by requesting or them sitting on a table, then we can discuss them, and after tree plantation will
Okay.
happen.
Thank you.
Vikash,
Yes, sir.
you have done your mechanical engineering. So can you tell me that what is the petrol and diesel lifespan for the registered vehicle in your state?
Sir, in my state, as per my limited knowledge, it is a petrol engine for 15 years, and for diesel it is 20 years.
And and it is same for the commercial and private vehicle also?
Sir, it is for commercial it is different, and for private it is different, sir. But
Can you give me some idea?
If you allow, then I can make a calculated guess, sir. So for the private vehicle, the lifespan is more, sir, for compared to commercial vehicles.
More specifically for diesel,
In terms of years, sir.
and more specifically towards like petrol and diesel?
Sir, more specifically, we talk about then life of petrol is less as compared to diesel, sir.
How the petrol and diesel price can be regulated in India?
So the oil and petrol prices are regulated through international orders, sir. When the dollar prices increases or through, and when it goes down, then prices of oil changes, sir. So these are the medium through which the price of oil changes.
What is CNG?
This is compressed natural gas, sir.
Recently, that ranking of that solar energy has been announced. Where India stands?
Sir, I did not remember what is the actual ranking of India, but if you allow, then I can have a guess, sir. India's ranking is one of the top in terms of production of solar.
The next question, you have said about that mechanical engineering help in your service once you join. How it possible?
It is a technical course which is not only helpful in a technical way, as well as it give me to allow a certain decision. For example, in quick decision making, it will participate. Another, if my posting is happen in a far-flung areas, for example in border areas where the proper equipment, sometimes we have seen that our vehicles or sometimes they get fractures or they have some defect. So I have knowledge of automobile as well as mechanical, how to get them correct. So I will teach my juniors as well as my supporting staff that how we can correct them and in a proper way.
Some of that airport is now well versed with the technology, and it will help that CISF people to handle and give that handle the pressure of the passengers. Can you tell me some of the technology which are using right now in the airport?
Yes, sir. The first technology which I have read, that is Digi Yatra. That is a access when the people access. It is Digi Yatra app, The another thing which the recent development in airport is that thermal full body thermal scanning, which is the work is going on. For that we have not to checking on every part of vehicles. There will be one checking so that time saves. So these are two technology which the CISF is working right now.
How our former Prime Minister, late Rajiv Gandhi, was assassinated?
Sir, there was a misconceptions in the area of our South India that is known as Tamil Nadu, where in Sri Lanka there is a militant group LTT, and in Tamil Nadu, both the areas they demanded that Tamil come there was a separate nation should be made. For that they have different demand. They want to make Tamil come as a nation, so they assassinated our honorable Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi.
When that Park State is situated?
Park State. So Park State lies in India and Sri Lanka, between India and Sri Lanka.
And according to that places wise, which is the southernmost point of India?
Sir, it is an Indra Point that is in Nicobar.
What is the parallel post? Suppose you join as an assistant commander. What is the parallel post in your state?
Sorry, sir, I'm
in police department.
Parallel post. Okay, sir, it is a DSP of police, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, our interaction with you is over now.